Welcome to Cybersecurity Unmasked, the deep dive from IT BizTech. Today, we're really unpacking a topic that's, well, it's fundamentally reshaped how businesses operate.
Hmm.
If you caught our last deep dive, number
Mhm.
20, we talked all about clearing out those productivity bottlenecks caused by older tech.
Right. That was a good one.
Well, today we're building right on top of that. We're exploring how that huge shift to remote work, what started as just survival for so many businesses,
Yeah, absolutely.
is actually turned into a real strategic advantage.
Exactly. And our mission today really is to cut through all the noise and show you, using a real-world example from one of our clients, how secure, effective remote work isn't just like
Oh,
possible.
right.
It's actually highly beneficial. We're going to share some key insights from a Toronto law firm's journey with us. Insights that you can likely apply directly to your own organization.
Okay, let's unpack this then. The scale of this shift. It's
Hmm.
it's pretty staggering when you look at the numbers.
It really is.
Data coming out for 2025 shows what? Over 22% of US employees working remotely at least some of the time.
Yeah, and get this, 67%, two-thirds of U.S. firms are offering some kind of location flexibility.
Wow. So it's definitely not just a blip. It's a fundamental change in, well, how we work.
And what's really interesting, I think, is that it's not just about being flexible. It's actually a productivity boost,
You mean people are getting more done?
significantly more in many cases. Studies show remote work can be like 35, 40% more productive than being in the
Well,
office.
40%, that's huge.
It is. And there's that one Stanford study, it noted remote workers completed 13.5% more calls. So the data's pretty clear. There's real efficiency gain there.
Okay, that's a powerful transformation.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking for a firm dealing with really sensitive legal documents, like a law firm, just sending everyone home couldn't have been simple, right?
Oh, definitely not.
We saw this firsthand, didn't we, with a client, a Toronto law firm, right when those initial workplace restrictions hit.
That's right. Yeah, they had a classic setup, an on-premise server holding all that critical client data.
And their main applications weren't even web-based.
Exactly. So suddenly you have
Right.
employees needing secure access from their personal computers, and there was basically no remote infrastructure in place.
With legal deadlines looming and, client confidentiality on the line, what were their biggest worries? What was hurdle number one?
Yeah, good question. The primary fear was absolutely security and, maintaining that client trust. That's non-negotiable in law.
Understandable.
So for us, hurdle number one was building a really solid, secure foundation fast. We immediately rolled out multi-factor authentication MFA for everyone using personal devices.
Okay, MFA, like adding that second lock on the digital door.
Precisely. We use some advanced identity protection features too, things that can say spot an unusual login attempt automatically and maybe prompt that user for extra verification.
Yeah.
Or even a password change if it looks risky.
Smart. So boosting security without making it a hassle.
That was the goal. Significantly boost security without slowing people down.
And what about those crucial non-web apps? They didn't have a traditional VPN setup, right? How did we get them connected securely like they were still in the office?
Yeah, that was the next piece. For that, we deployed something called Azure Point-to-Site VPN, or P2S.
P2S VPN, okay.
Think of it like creating a secure, private tunnel, like a dedicated lane just for them over the internet. Goes directly from each remote worker's device through Azure's network right to their on-premise server.
Ah, so a direct, secure line back to base.
Exactly. That was absolutely key for them to keep using their specialized legal software and access those sensitive files smoothly and securely.
Okay, so connectivity sorted, security tightened.
Yeah.
What about just working together, collaboration when everyone's scattered?
Right, that was vital too. So beyond just connecting, we focus on collaboration tools. We integrated Microsoft 365 cloud apps.
So Teams, SharePoint, that kind of thing.
Exactly. Microsoft Teams became central for, virtual meetings and quick chats.
Huh?
Microsoft SharePoint was used to build out an intranet and manage documents centrally.
Okay.
And OneDrive for secure file sharing, all cloud-based. It just enabled that real-time teamwork that, frankly, wasn't really happening the same way before the shift.
And the outcome for them was pretty impressive, wasn't it?
It really was. They got seamless, secure, remote access to everything they needed. Data security was handled with MFA.
Hmm.
Their team could collaborate effectively, productively, and crucially, we managed all this with very minimal downtime during what could have been, a really chaotic period.
Yeah, it really proved that even complex operations dealing with sensitive stuff can absolutely thrive remotely.
And, this case study, it really shines a light on the critical pieces for any business looking to make remote work successful.
Okay, so what are those key takeaways?
First, it's got to be a security-first architecture. You just can't compromise there. Implementing a zero-trust approach with MFA as a basic building block is essential. Remember that stat. 45% of businesses worry most about cybersecurity with remote work.
Right, nearly half. Okay, so security first. What's next?
Second, a cloud-first technology strategy. Using platforms like Microsoft 365 just gives you that always-on access, the ability to scale up or down easily, and all those built-in collaboration tools that older setups just don't have.
Makes sense. Cloud gives you that flexibility.
Absolutely. And finally, communication and collaboration excellence. You need intentional strategies for this. You can't just assume it'll happen.
Relying on those cloud tools you mentioned.
Exactly. Robust tools help overcome those communication gaps. Remember, 46% even more than security worries cited lack of communication as a big remote work challenge.
Wow. So security, cloud communication, get those right.
And you unlock huge benefits, things like potentially lower office costs, access to talent from anywhere. It really builds resilience.
So what really started as a necessary pivot back in 2020, it's clearly evolved, hasn't it? It's a genuine strategic advantage now. Better productivity, cost savings, more resilience.
Definitely.
The question now isn't really if remote work is here to stay, is it? It's more like, is your business's technology truly ready to thrive in this environment?
That's the key question. And at IT BizTech, well, this is what we do. We specialize in guiding businesses like yours through these kinds of transformations, making sure your remote setup is secure, productive, and ready to scale.
So if you're thinking about securing your own remote capabilities or just want to maximize your team's potential wherever they are, we're definitely here to help you dive deeper into what's possible.
You are.
Join us next time on Cybersecurity Unmasked.